All right, here we are in our grand finals of the Goblin Cluckfest number 5, Mission from God. Played out here by, in our Blue Celestial, Aftermath's PartinG. And his opponent for this best of 5, I put best of 3 here, let's make it accurate, best of 5 series, is his own teammate, Aftermath's TheoRy. And I think TheoRy and PartinG actually play a lot of games of practice together, so they probably know each other's style. But TheoRy's opening a conclave here and sending 2 imps across the map. I mentioned in that quarterfinal series between TheoRy and Nina that before this tournament was played, TheoRy asked Nina for advice in this matchup, Infernal versus Celestial. And she said, why don't you build Shroud Stones in the Celestial base? And we just saw in his matches against her that he did that and won. Won 2 matches. So here he is maybe saying, I know the secret to this matchup. It's a base in your base. I hear you like bases, PartinG. How about my base in your base? And here we go. We have a Shroud Stone. Now, okay, I'm like, what's the Morph Core shooting? I can't even really see it. I think it's shooting the Shroud Stone. We see like little impact right there. The Hexen runs away right away, but PartinG, unlike Nina, already has a Creation Chamber and already has a Argent, and that Argent's DPSing along with the Morph Core down this Shroud Stone. Now, if you are ever tower rushed by anyone, and you see a tower that is under construction in your base, pull some workers, in this case Morph Cores are the workers for the Celestial, and have them start immediately DPSing down the building. Now, one reason for that is before the building is finished, the building does not have any armor. So you can do more damage. You're effectively doing better DPS to it. And then also, as you're doing that, when the tower finally does get summoned in, it will be at much lower health. And so your units will be able to take it out much easier. Of course, these sad Argents with their sad little water gun shots took a while to take out that meat farm. But we see PartinG managed to deal with that almost no problem. I'd say almost that was worse for TheoRy probably than it was for PartinG. And TheoRy is actually not doing too bad against it by having a nice little ball here, but we have a Creation Chamber going down on his side of the map, and it's actually going to be cancelled. So PartinG cancels it, saves the Morph Core. His Arc Ship here is also in a vulnerable position, although it does have a lot of HP. And TheoRy tries to aggro these to hope that they would attack the Arc Ship or something else, but didn't necessarily go the way he planned. This Morph Core is still here, and it claimed the healing camp. Power bank going down at this Luminite camp, and it looks like again, are we going to get another creation array, aggressive creation array out of PartinG. PartinG is trying to return the favor. He said, you want to build your base in my base? Well, how about I build my base in your base then? I'll just keep getting closer to your side of the map, and eventually my base will be right next to yours. And they're fighting over this healing camp, kind of. Both of them want it. 5 Argents, 6 Argents now in here. Some Fiends coming in, but the Argent's trying to get out. If they can get into the trees, that's actually good for the surface area. The Fiends can't really get a full surround on you. But there are just a lot of Fiends and Gaunts here. TheoRy's still on one base, just trying to build units. That makes this kind of an all-in at this point, especially since PartinG is now on 4 collection arrays. Summoning in those forward power banks. We got a forward creation chamber here that's going to allow reinforcements, but these Gaunts are unsure what they want to focus. They tried to focus the Arc Ship for a bit, then they took out the power bank, but there's because of that collection array there, you can summon a Sovereign's Watch, and that's what we see PartinG doing. Trying to push forward into this. Again, trying to get on top of that creation chamber. But the Sovereign's Watch is just so DPS-y. Trying to stop the artist from taking the health camp back. And then now actually just trying to fight in the health camp. This might not be great. I mean, having the bonus is always good, but there's a Sovereign's Watch just DPSing you down, and almost all of these gaunts are going to be taken out, and that's an early GG out of TheoRy. Alright, here we are in game 2 of this best of 5. Again, the grand finals of the Goblin Cluckfest 5. And winning game 1 and trying to push this series is PartinG in the red Celestial. And taking out his opponent and a teammate, TheoRy, in the blue Infernal last game. Now, TheoRy, again, opening with a vault on his ramp. We saw him do this in an earlier match versus Nina, but a second vault actually down next to the creep camp, and this was not his strategy earlier. And we have seen him scout in the same pattern he did before, sending a skull to try and scout down here and not seeing it, sending his hex in to scout down here and also not seeing it, and now knowing indeed that PartinG will be in the top right. So a bit unlucky for the spawn locations in terms of his scouting pattern. He scouts this sort of counterclockwise route and ended up getting the last location. Now what's the Hexen doing? Is the Hexen going to make it over there? It looks like she is. Or she kind of got caught on that cactus. Maybe she's just chilling. Her goal is to just chill, maybe. Chilling in the bushes. But actually, it looks like they're maybe going to try and creep this speed camp first. Again, good strategy to try and get out on the map. If your opponent is Celestial and they're going a macro build, then you can go take some of their camps first, and I think that's what TheoRy's trying to do here. Take this camp before there's some Argents out to take it, and then maybe go back to his side of the map. Or maybe do some early pressure too. We're going to see this one go down, and the speed camp to get taken, so PartinG knows that there is an army right here. And he sees a Fiend going for a power bank, another Fiend going into the main, another Fiend going down to scout out if the fourth base has been taken. And looks like diverting attention into the main, going for that main collection array. Now, this is annoying, but oh no, that's going to be a melted Hexen. Yeah, this, as I was going to say, that this can be annoying, but it's not going to do much damage because there are no gaunts here. And all the collection array has to do is lift up and it's fine. So, basically rotating back to this natural, trying to take out a power bank, which would put PartinG into red power. So that is advantageous. But some good Argent micro to try and distract those Fiends. And now we have a Sovereign's Watch going down, putting further into red power, but once you're already in red, might as well be more red. And this collection array, again, there are no gaunts here, so the collection array just has to lift up. These are just, again, trying to get as much as they can. We now have a Vector too, and PartinG's the kind of person who can micro two sets of units at the same time. So he's over here microing his Vector while he's got these Argents also. But this is starting to look like a pretty good force out of TheoRy to push this back. Like I said, with his micro and his kiting, he should be able to do really well against these melee units. Even the Fiends that are speed. So now, TheoRy decides, let me go for the Starforge, which maybe is what he should have gone for in the first place. It's a little too late because these Vectors are just focusing down those Fiends. The Brute splits for a couple more Fiends, but again, just hoping to get that Vector. This Brute just running into his own demise, it looks like. Those weak vectors going back to the healing of their arc ship. And these fiends also being cleared out. This time at least TheoRy did put down a second base, so he's not going fully all in. Although his units keeps... You're not going to get anything when you have just a single brute streaming in. Probably just a miss rally. Indeed, we see this vault is rallied right here. That's this one. So he needs to change his rally. But he's only got 2 out on the map, and now we see that PartinG's moving out on the map. 5 vectors and 5 argents. Against, looks like 2 brutes. Not looking good. Another brute also going against across the map. Change your rally there. Fellhogs coming out to meet the vectors. The vectors are pushing in. Those Fellhogs go down quickly, and this meat farm is going to be also taken out. There's a manifest shroud stone on the high ground, so we know we're up at tier 2. These brutes taking the long way around to get back into their base. These vectors actually Delta jumped onto the high ground. Taking out some imps. We got 3 imps going down already. We got a 4th imp. We got some fiends coming in to try and clean them up, get us around. They don't appear to have their recall. They do Delta jump away. After a Delta jump, I think they take some debuffs. They 50% bonus damage from attacks, yeah. But they go hide in a corner and get some good surface area, and this one vector manages to get away. So jumped in, killed some fiends, or killed some imps, and then also took out a bunch of fiends. Pretty good for PartinG. And these Argents are still chilling out front. One of them gets lashed. Not super sure what that was about. I mean, if there's nothing better to lash, you might as well lash something. But the vectors were back in the main, trying to get some more imp kills. The 2 weavers come back to defend, and they do good damage, but they're just not as fast as the vectors. The vectors are able to go and Delta jump down to the low ground. And we have Argents at the front trying to take out a vault. A Nightfall infestation going down. That slows them down, but there's no units here to take them out. The Argents in the front are being chased away by some brutes. But the vectors are just trying to take out this shrine. Of course, they do piddly damage, so they're just slowly DPSing it. And same thing with this out front. One of those Argents may be going down, another one gets lashed. It's going to go down as well. Actually, no, it manages to scoot away. And now we're seeing, yeah, I was like, where are the reinforcements? That's because there was an army of scythes being made, and that's a GG from TheoRy. Okay, here we are in game 3. Hoping to close out the series with a 3-0 sweep is Aftermath's PartinG. And his opponent and teammate, Aftermath's TheoRy, hoping to just force a game 4 and keep this series alive by taking this one. Now, luckily for TheoRy, if he does want to do his Shroudstone build, which it looks like he's doing, he knows exactly where PartinG is this time. He doesn't have to scout around the whole map. He's going to do a little bit of lumberjacking first. Now, yeah, I'm curious. Is this imp actually, yeah, going across the map? Sometimes you'll see a farm go down here. But this imp is, nope, going to chop some more trees. And scurry right into PartinG's main, I think. We have a surged arc ship. What does that do for it? It allows it to fly faster. Okay, he changed. It looked like he changed his mind right there. He saw the imp and immediately put down a power bank and a creation chamber. But we see instead the imp. Interesting. I wonder if this was the plan all along, or if what TheoRy did is he walked up and decided, okay, I see a creation chamber and stuff. I'm not going to be able to be successful. So maybe I'll just go and instead try and get some creeping benefit out of this imp instead. And his first gaunts are on the map, and slightly different than last time. Last time he did brutes. And the gaunts, I think gaunts are better if he wants to do early harass. Although we tried that in the game one and it didn't work either. So he's got now gaunts and a single brute. And looks like PartinG was trying to aggro these units onto the farm as well. The farm is not super helpful for PartinG, even though the Fellhogs might be able to attack the creeps as well, because the Fellhogs might attack the Argents, of course, and are likely going to aggro the Argents before they aggro the creeps. Not sure if Fellhogs have attack priority like that. We do know that the Sovereign's Watch was just changed in the last patch to have priority for enemy units over creeps. That means if you send your dog in to try and get last hits while they're creeping with their Sovereign's Watch, it's your dog that's going to be taking the shots. Or your Hexen, depending on what you might be harassing with there. Now, both parties are trying to battle over this creep camp here, and it looks like the Argents are winning. They're going for the farm, though. And that means that TheoRy can spend some time on these creeps and takes out one creep. And looks like we'll get... Oh, it's hard to say. Hard to say who got the last hit on that one. But PartinG actually deciding to retreat. Thought PartinG might try and push into this force, but yeah, deciding to retreat. But also not full retreat. This is more of a just kind of, I want to kite you. I don't want to fight you toe to toe. And the range of Argents is further than the range of Gaunts. So... Although now these Argents are getting right on top of the Gaunts and cleaning out this whole army. We do have some reinforcing Fiends here, but they sort of stop on the low ground. Maybe deciding this is not the best strat. Gaunts deciding to go home as well.
Darkness.
And the effigies go down with those emo voice alerts for us. Well, TheoRy has been able to build up a small defensive force here in case this Argent Ball pushes into him. And is trying to go for it, actually. He's trying to use some of those Fiends to get a little mini surround or body block while these Gaunts move forward. But PartinG moves far enough back that the Gaunts are no longer on Shroud, meaning he's safe from the Infest. And microing back the weak units, although... TheoRy is also microing his units, or he's target firing his units. There's just too many Argents here, I think. And now we see the Sovereign's Watch going down, and that's a GG in the final game, Game 3 of the Goblin Cluckfest, and our new Mother Clucker is PartinG. Thanks a lot for watching, and stay tuned for more Stormgate content.